can come back from whatever you're going through. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you get unstuck. These tips are simple, but not easy. Just as life, it is simple, but not easy. Usually people feel stuck in the 3 areas of career, relationships, and finance. This is caused by expectations that we place on ourselves and expectations that others put onto us. This causes anxiety, self-doubt, and fear of failure. Those in their 30s and 40s experience this feeling of getting left behind, this feeling of being stuck, because we're comparing ourselves, and especially more now with technology and social media and seeing others, we're comparing ourselves to other people and where they're at. And then, of course, there's that expectation of where I should be when I hit 30 and where I should be when I hit 40 and all this. And there's a difference between having goals and having these expectations that are placed or that were given to us by others because that's just what you're supposed to do in society. But the thing is, society has changed. Everything's constantly changing. And so are you. Things change. Your ideas of what you thought you wanted in your 20s are going to be different in your 30s because you've experienced life. You've been through those things. You're now a parent, or you're now in a career, or whatever the thing is. You now live in a certain location and you thought that was the best decision and you're feeling some type of way about it right now. Or it's just feeling very heavy on you right now and you want to change. But like I said, you feel like you're drowning and you're stuck. So hopefully this video can help y'all. Stick around. Like I said, I have 3 simple steps for you to get unstuck. I understand how it is to be there, and you can become depressed and anxious and all these other things, these expectations that you think others have of you, or maybe they do have of you, but you hold it higher than what you feel inside. And that puts a lot of pressure on you, especially if you think that you were supposed to follow this career, you're supposed to do things in a certain way, and now you're there and you're not happy. The thing is, you have to let go of those expectations. You have to let go of what you thought was the normal thing. You also have to let go of judgment on yourself. Something that I struggled with when I quit my job was my age, 37. And it's like, what do I have to show for this? What do I have to show now? I have nothing. Because we're looking at outside things to give us validation and to prove our worth. And that's not where it comes from. It has to come from inside. So this is how we can overcome a lot of this fear, is when you stop placing things outside of yourself and you start looking inside of yourself for that validation and that self-worth, and you build that up and you stand 10 toes down because you know it's a hell yes. You're not doing it for anyone else. It's for you. Maybe, yes, you want to do this for your family, but that's because it's coming from inside of you because you want to do it. It's not an expectation. It's not what you think you're supposed to do. What comes with those expectations and what comes with trying to fit into a square that you don't fit into is depression. It's overwhelm. It's anxiety. Because, again, you're like, what's wrong with you? You feel like something is wrong with you. But I'm here to tell you nothing's wrong with you, and you are right on time. You're where you're supposed to be, especially if you're watching this video right now. I hope it's still recording. In order to get unstuck and to move, here are your 3 steps. The first one would be to keep a growth mindset. That is, like I said, you're moving, we're growing. So it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have growing pains. You're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. And I talk about in my videos about doing baby steps. We're not going to jump into something, but we're going to start to do baby steps. We're going to prepare ourselves for the thing, and then we're going to slowly start to do the thing, and then we'll get more comfortable with doing the thing. But you have to have a growth mindset. So to get unstuck, you have to accept the fact that things will have to change. You will no longer identify as this old version of yourself. And you're now starting to learn yourself. Who is this new version? You're not going to know it automatically and go for it. But you will start to learn who you are. You have to learn who you are. And through that, it's having a growth mindset. It's knowing that you can't stay stuck in the same anymore. That things are going to change. People are going to change around you. You're going to have to change your environments. You're going to have to change your habits. And in order to do that, you have to have a growth mindset. The next thing would be to track. You have to measure your growth. Otherwise, you don't know if you've grown. And a lot of times it's small incremental changes, so you don't really see it happening. Like if you're trying to lose weight, it doesn't just happen automatically. People just don't lose 100 pounds and that's it. It's small incremental changes. And if you're not taking pictures, if you're not writing it down and tracking it, then you don't really see it day to day. And then you're not going to stay motivated because you feel like nothing's changing. So you have to be able to measure and track this. A lot of times people will use habit trackers. I have a free habit tracker. I will link it in the description if you want to use that. And what you do is just every day when you do that one habit towards the thing that you're trying to do, you cross it off. Or when I work with my clients on the nutrition side of things, I have a biofeedback, which means we're going to track your sleep. We're going to track your libido. We're going to track your emotion, like how you feel emotionally. We're going to track how are you hungry or not? Are you drinking water? So there's like 7 different sections that we track. Every day you just mark. We can give you a rating 1 to 10. How did you feel happen that day? And we look at that over if you've lost physical weight, because it's important that the inside changes first and then you start to see it outside. But you have to track, you have to measure it, or else you don't know that you're growing. And then the third one is, again, simple but not easy. It is to do the hard thing. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to do the hard thing. We have our mindset, our growth mindset. We have our tracker. And now we need to do the hard thing. It's actually showing up and doing it. And if you miss a day, it's okay. Get back to it the next day. The goal is to try not to have 2 consecutive days of misses. So even if you miss one, don't just binge out and think you're a failure. Just get back to it the next day. So a little bit more about my story. Like I said, I traveled on my own. So there's a lot of fear with that when you show up somewhere and you're by yourself. You don't know your surroundings. There's that. But for me, another thing that's even bigger than that, because I do that all the time. I'm out here by myself. But something that's bigger than that is actually recording these videos. And a lot of people have this fear. They want to make the content. They want to do the thing. They want to share their talent, their skills, their knowledge, whatever the thing is. But they will not do it. They won't post it. They won't record it. And it's like, just do it. But there's something blocking you there. It's that fear. And I get it. It's that fear of failure. It's that self-doubt. It's that judgment. For me, recording these videos and why it takes me a while to record sometimes is because I don't want to get on here looking any type of way. But my face is broken out. It happens. I'm doing this to show you that just do it. It doesn't matter. You can record anywhere and you just improve as you go. That's that growth mindset. Sometimes, like I said, even for me, I have the self-doubt. I have the judgment. It's not going to go anywhere. It happens. But the thing is to stop it when you notice it and to correct it. And then as you build that growth mindset and you start working on those limiting beliefs, then you improve your mindset when you go to do these things. So even when you feel the doubt, you feel the fear, the anxiety, or whatever, you will still do it. I may feel uncomfortable right here. People staring at me walking by, all this, but I'm still going to do it. And that's a part of it, like facing that fear. You catch anything? Nice. So you do it anyway. That's a part of it. Oh, my foot fell asleep. So if I were to take the 3 steps that I told you, which is to have the growth mindset, to track, and to do the hard thing, then I've got my mindset that no matter what I look like, I need to record this video right now because I need to post up a video at least once a month or once a week, whatever my goal is. And so I'm showing up today after work. I'm tired. I don't really want to be out here, but it is what it is. I don't want to be out here with people staring at me, but it is what it is. So I have the growth mindset to tell myself that I'm capable, that is okay, that they may be inspired by seeing me do this. I don't know. And then I'm tracking it. So my goal was once a week. So am I hitting that goal? Well, I'm showing up. I'm going to do it this week. Next week, am I going to do it? Well, that's my goal. So I'm going to be tracking it to see if I did that. And then the third one would be to do the hard thing, which is actually pressing record and actually posting it. So if you want to do content, but you're afraid of doing content, well, let's work on your mindset. Watch a couple of my videos, especially the one about limiting beliefs and self-confidence. That one pretty much has everything in there that you would need. Work on your confidence. Work on how you talk to yourself. And then go ahead and press record. Press record, and then we need to track it. Are you going to do it daily? Are you going to do it weekly? Is this a once a month type of a thing? What is it? So for me, recording YouTube videos, and when I started my YouTube channel, it was about documenting my journey, because I knew if I could share my journey and share doing these type of things, put myself out there, then it would inspire and impact so many other people. But I can't do that if I'm afraid and if I stay at home and if I don't do anything. Remember, act. Action creates things. If you move, things start to happen. And then as you go, you gain more clarity. Another part of this is being vulnerable. because for me, that's something that I struggle with, because I'm like, I want to share this stuff, but I don't want to be on here crying. I don't want to be on here. I don't want to tell all my business. It's a big thing for a lot of people I know that want to record. I don't want to everybody in my business, or people can track me and all this. They can track you. If somebody wants you to get you, they're going to get you. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's how I feel about it. But how can someone see the full journey if you don't show them the good and the bad? So for me, I'm working on doing better with sharing a lot of my vulnerable moments, which I have in the past, but recently it's just been a struggle. Again, like I said, being my age, leaving my job, not really having anything to show for it. I'm like, what do I have? I have things in my storage unit, but what is that? It's one of those rock bottom type of moments in life. It's those things, well, really it's a reset, but it felt in the moment like just tragedy. Everything's falling apart. Like, what am I doing with my life? Everybody has kids, families, homes, making money, doing all these things, and where am I at? I don't have any of that. So struggled with a lot of things last year, well, the last couple of years. It's been a whole transformation journey that led me here to where I'm at now. I'm not where I want to be, but I know I am where I'm supposed to be, and I'm sharing this information with you so that we can go on this journey together, that we can grow together. Because again, you're in my community if you're watching this video, so go ahead and hit that subscribe so that you can stick around and we can go on this journey together of growth, of impacting our communities, of getting stronger, and of not living in fear. But faith would be knowing without seeing. So fear is not knowing. And when I talk about knowing yourself, that's a part of having the faith. You're building your confidence. You're building your response to things, because now you know yourself more. You know what you like, what you don't like. You know what you want and what you're going for. And I think a part of the fear too is not having the clarity. Look, trust me, I get it. The self-doubt comes from not having the clarity and not believing in yourself and not knowing that you're capable. But the only way to do that is to experience. The only way to do that is to gain clarity through doing. But if you stay stuck, then you're not moving. So the way to get unstuck is to start to move in a direction. And then as you move, you find what you like and don't like, because this is all a journey. Part of the journey, and for me, is to share this and to show this side, is because how do you know a phoenix is a phoenix if you didn't see it come from the ashes? If you just saw the phoenix flying in the sky with fire on it, we'd always think that it was like untouchable. But the thing is, it goes into the ashes, right? It has to rise from the ashes. Okay, you're in the darkness, you're in the soil, you're in the dirt. You don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. You feel, like I said, stuck. You feel like you're drowning. You feel like nobody's there, like you're alone. But that's a part of the journey. It's actually the beauty in it. Because if it was all good, you wouldn't know the difference. You wouldn't fully get to experience life as you should. It's hard. But trust me, it gets better. Especially when you're in the darkness, you can't see. Again, fear is not being able to see. It's the unknown. You're vulnerable. So your way to protect yourself is to hide yourself away, to do the only thing you know how to do. And that's when we do the things that make us feel comfortable, to numb us out so that we don't have to feel the pain. But a part of it is feeling the pain. You have to feel the pain to grow. Growth is painful. But once you start to see the light peek through, then you can keep going and you can keep going. And hopefully this will be the light that helps you peek through. You'll know that you can come back from whatever it is you're going through. You're still here. It may take a while. It's not going to happen overnight. And that's something that people get messed up, is the whole manifestation thing. And they think it's going to happen like that. It takes time for the physical to manifest. So you have to give that time and that space. And during that, you become the person that can receive those things, because you don't have it because you're not that person. So in order to become that person, or in order to get unstuck, you have to become a new person. And that's what I'm going to help you do on this channel. That's why I'm sharing this information. Right now, the rest of this month, I'm going to finish out the chapters of my book, which is why I'm talking about this right now, because this is a part of my book that I have, the 5 keys to living a successful life. Once I finish out this series, what we're going to go into is how to survive the fall. A great time. A lot of people have depression. during the fall and the winter, right? We all know that. The sun isn't out as much. We're in the house. We're cold. It's grayer. It's not as green as it usually is. And so in order to combat that is to prepare for it. So after I finish this series, which I should only have like 1 or 2 more videos left on these topics out of my book, we're going to move into how to survive that depressive time. We're going to build up our immune systems. We're going to build up our spirit, our minds, so that we can withstand that time. So let's face fear head on. Bring awareness to whatever it is that you're fearful of. Don't judge yourself. Let's write it out if you need to, but look at it. What is it? Let's pick one thing that we can start working on so that we're not living in fear. Let's strengthen ourselves. So if we fear that something's going to happen with the food, we need to work on gardening. Then we need to buy seeds, or we need to work on our cooking skills, whatever the thing is. What the? That squirrel got a huge nut in its mouth. So let's work on facing our fears together. Go ahead and hit that like button if this video has helped you. Hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like this. Leave me a comment about what is one of your fears, if you don't mind sharing, and maybe I can do a video to help you overcome that fear. I'm your alchemy mentor on this planet called Earth. I'm a guide to help you remember your power so that you can stand strong, know that you are capable, impact your community, and continue to level up, continue to grow, and experience life. Look. We're here to experience life. Don't live in fear, people. Please don't. You have this one life to live. Don't live it in fear. No matter what happens, at least experience it. Enjoy it. Go out and do something new. Create that content. Just record yourself. You don't have to post it. Just start recording yourself and get comfortable being on camera. As you do it more, repetition, practice will help you get better. But if you don't practice, you won't get better. You will constantly stay where you're at and you will stay stuck. So something has to change. You have to change your identity, bring awareness to it, change your identity. That's your mindset. Then we're going to track it, and then we're going to do the hard thing. We're going to do the actual physical thing, whatever that thing is. All right? So continue to smile, breathe, and continue to shine on.